Hey everyone, Cash here, back with another round of Draft Champions in Madden 16. We had a very successful time in our first attempt last week. We made it all the way to the championship, won the championship, so we're going to look to do that again here. First off, we're going to pick a coach. We're going to go with Ron Rivera this time, the speed run man defense. And in the opening round, we have Vontae Davis, Carlos Rogers, Trent Cole. We are going to end up taking Carlos Rogers here. You can't pass up the old school Rogers on the Niners play there. The 91 overall, he will fit nicely into our defense. Next up in round 3, Julius Thomas, Zach Zenner, and Joel Bitonio of the Browns. We're going to end up going with the left guard here as Zenner. And a definite option there, but I feel like we can pick up a better halfback somewhere else down the line. So move ahead, 4th round. We got Greco, Long, and Brandon Cooks. We don't have a wide receiver yet, and I don't really care for either of the other options, so we're going to take Cooks here. Next up, round 6, we got Cam Newton, Jeremy Hill, and Ladarius Gunter. Went back and forth between Newton and Hill, but we're going to ultimately decide on Newton. You can't pass up the dual threat ability that he brings, especially in this mode. Next up, round 9, we have Giovanni Bernard, Dwayne Brown, Jermaine Gresham. And here we're going to go with Bernard. Again, the speed there, the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. He will pair nicely with Cam Newton. Next up, round 10, Malcolm Butler, Dante Hightower, Muhammad Wilkerson. You cannot go wrong with any 3 of these players, but as you see, our lineup, we need some help on defensive end. We need some help at middle linebacker as well. Excuse me, outside linebacker. We're going to end up going with the outside linebacker there. Now round 11, Devin McCourty, Sheldon Richardson, and Fred Williams. We're going to end up going with a free safety there as we did not draft a safety yet. Now round 14, second to last round, Zach Martin, Pouncey, or Martellus Bennett. We do not have any other wide receivers since Brandon Cooks, so we're going to take Bennett here with the tight end slot to give us a second pass catcher. And then the final round, Randall Cunningham, LaDainian Tomlinson, Rod Woodson. You don't know how tempting it was to take Randall Cunningham again, as he was so good in our first round. He led us to that championship. But here, we cannot pass up LaDainian Tomlinson. We have Cam Newton. We're going to take LT. And now you take a look at our lineup, 82, 83, 81, a more offensive team clearly. As you see, we have Tomlinson, only one good wide receiver there will. We have Brandon Cooks, but even that, he's only an 81 and a small guy at that. So it looks like we will be feeding LT all day. Defense not too bad, pretty solid. This draft overall, I don't think came out as well as our draft did last week, but we'll see what this team can do. 4 wins will get us the championship, and we'll set up here with our first game, and our opponent is going to be a tough game here, as he is going to come out with Torrey Holt, Aaron Rodgers, and Devin McCourty. That Rodgers-Holt matchup, that is going to be a hard one to defend, but we're going to have the ball first here, and first play of the game, Newton going to go deep. He's got a receiver here, going to let it go, but Dorial Green-Beckham cannot come down with it. Instead, it's going to be Elteron Werner with the pick. So a horrible way to start the game. 1 play, 1 interception. So our opponent now with the ball, 2nd and 12, but his own receiver cannot hold on to that one. So now 3rd and 12. We have the opportunity to force the 3 and out, exactly what we need after that turnover, and we will do just that. Aaron Rodgers off the mark. He starts 0 for 2, and we get the ball back. So no harm, no foul on the interception. And now we're going to give it to LT. He's going to break 2 tackles. Look at LaDainian Tomlinson go fighting for those 6 yards there. Now 2nd and 4 from the 49. Newton going to go halfback screen. Instead, we're going to feed LT all day. And we're going to get the spin move. We run into our own player, though. It kind of slowed us down a little bit. Lets us get tackled, as Tomlinson with his speed could have broke that one off for a touchdown. Now Newton across the middle. Going to go to LT once again all day. LT. Newton now down to the 23, 2nd and 1. We're going to hand it off to the backup, Christine Michael, and he will take it down to the 14. As this drive looking much better than the first one. 2nd and 8 now. Tomlinson on the backfield. Newton will throw, but he is going to get sacked. Fumbles the ball. Fortunately, we recover it, but Beluga going to end up taking this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So 3rd and 21. We need a hope and a prayer here. Cam Newton going to find someone with the catch. It's going to be Dominic Hickson, and he will get the first down. So now 1st and goal from the 2. Newton with the pitch to Tomlinson, and you are not going to catch him to the corner as he beats the defender there, and that is a touchdown. Our opponent calls a timeout for some reason, no idea why, but they now have the ball back. Buccaneers 2nd and 3. They get the first down there. Rodgers with the completion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 43. Rodgers halfback screen, but we read this one all day, and that is going to be an easy tackle for loss. Now 3rd and 15 from the 38. Rodgers the pass, and this one's going to be stopped, so we force the 4th down. But of course, again, this would not be Madden Online if someone wasn't going for it on 4th down. And this one going to be unfortunate as he gets the completion, breaks or misses that tackle from Darius Slay, gets a couple extra yards. So now 3rd and 15, last seconds of this first half. Rogers going deep. We're going to go for the pick, and we're going to get it as it's going to be Carlos Rogers with the interception. And we will go into the half with a 7-0 lead, so a bit of an ugly first half. But we do have the lead here. 2nd and 6, Rogers. We're going to call the blitz. For some reason, the guy coming off the edge doesn't go for Rogers, and then we try to switch to that defender, and instead of switching to him, the CPU just dies for some reason, and he gets the easy touchdown, so it's now a tie game. 1:36 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Cam Newton going back to work. He's going to have a receiver here, but this one, not a good throw. Looking for Cooks. That's going to fall incomplete, and we would be forced to punt on the next play. So now 2nd and 11 as our opponent looking to take the lead, and Rogers going out, and there is no one there to get him. Matthews is going to miss him, and he has got a lot of open room. McCourty giving chase. He's going to bounce out at the 22, 28-yard gain for Aaron Rodgers. He should never gain 28 yards on a carry. And then 1st and 10 here, the pass to, I believe that's Vernon Davis maybe. He will take the catch, breaks the tackle, and gets into the end zone. So just like that, it's a 14-7 game now, 3:18 to go in the 4th quarter. Newton going deep across the middle, and this one a very nice catch from Brandon Cooks, a rare throw downfield. Now 1st and 10, go back to the halfback screen. Thompson with it, and again, going to run into his own player. A lot of open space there for him to run, but we get taken down short of the first. Now 2nd and 4, Newton will throw, does not see the safety coming up. It's an interception, and no one is going to catch him. It is a pick 6, and what a horrible turn of events in this one. It's now 21-7. 2nd and 10 here on the next drive. Newton going to cross the middle, going to find Bennett, as if we're going to have any chance in this one, we have got to move quickly. Now 1st and 10, clock continuing to run. Newton looking, going to go downfield, going to find Doyle Green. Beckham, what a throw from Cam Newton, what a catch from Beckham. Now 1st and 10, clock continuing to run. 1:19 and counting. Newton looking, he's got a receiver. He's going to find Beckham again. What a monster this rookie is. Very good at getting that ball downfield. 2nd and goal now from the 8, under a minute to go, and this is going to cap the drive off. Hickson with the catch for the touchdown. It's now a 7-point game, and we need a stop. 3rd and 13. This is the game, really. Play action here. Rogers hit as he throws, and that's going to hit the lineman in the back of the head, so we get the ball back. 24 seconds to go, 2 timeouts. Can we make the comeback? Newton looking, no one's open. He's going to take off with his legs, diving to the 48. We'll call the timeout, so 17 seconds to go now. We have got a long ways to go, though. Going halfback screen, Thompson with the catch, has an opportunity here, breaks a tackle, but he's going to get caught with so much green grass in front of us. Instead, it is 2nd and 10 now, 3 seconds, last chance, Hail Mary. Can we get it? As Newton going deep, looking for Cooks, double coverage, it's going to be knocked down, and no, we are going to lose 21-14. What a poorly played game. A couple bad decisions, a couple unlucky plays. LT had a couple different halfback screens. He could have took the distance, but instead we get caught, or we run into our own player. So we do not win any games in this one. We get a participation pack, excuse me, and we're going to get one player, a left end for the Vikings that we'll never use. So a bit of a disappointing draft champions, but you know what? That's how these can go. We're playing against other people, and you know, you can't always win them all, and some of them you're going to go all the way and win it, and some of them you're going to get bounced in the first game. So unfortunate there, but you know, still a lot of fun, this draft champions mode, and I will continue to play it. But before we go, an update on our franchise. The first episode will be out this week. We were waiting for a patch which did come out this week, but there are still some issues within the mode. There's an issue with the drive goals that they implemented that is screwing up the confidence in the mode, and then there's some issues with the CPU teams in their roster management decisions. But fortunately, these are both fixable issues, which I won't get into right now. I'll explain it more in the first video, just in case any of you are doing your own franchises and would like to get around this issue as well. But I'm putting the final touches on everything. I'll be splitting the preseason up into 2 episodes. The first season, I like to put a little bit more focus on the preseason, so we'll do the first 2 games in one, second 2 in the next episode, and then we will just get rolling on the regular season. I'm very excited to begin this one playing Madden. Even in the Draft Champions game, I see a lot of improvements in this game versus last year's, and I'm very excited to get into this franchise, get this going with the Oakland Raiders, the silver and black. Cannot wait to rebuild that team, see what we can do, see how far we can take them, and we won't have to wait too much longer to see that begin. So until next time, that is going to be it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and give it a like. I would really appreciate it, and subscribe to see any future videos that I make. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.